Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Wednesday, February 15th, 2023 by Gaia Blooming. I'm Mimi and our energy mantra for today is, it is my responsibility to stand in my place in the world. Whew. So these energies coming in, today we have this Venus-Neptune conjunction, which is being squared by the moon. And the square brings that challenge energy up. But also offering challenge is the Sun and Saturn conjunction. And this is happening as we are winding up the lessons of Saturn in the sign of Aquarius that we've been going through since 2020. And it feels like the world dumpster fire rating has just been going up since it moved in, to be fair. That being said, I felt like with this Venus-Neptune energy, which can have like the rose-colored glasses or the rose-colored glass energy of Pisces, I wanted to pull Journey of Love cards because I find them so powerful. And two jumped out while I was shuffling, and both are about being able to hold the tension of opposites, to be able to stay in the love, even in the midst of the dumpster fireness of the world. So I'm going to read these cards because they're very powerful. But what you need to know in and through this energy is the Sun and Saturn energy building. While it may feel heavy, the heaviness comes from this idea of the shoulds, the shoulddiness that society can put on us. This is how you should show up. This is what the American dream is. This is what you're supposed to be doing with your life. Oh, you're this age and you're only there. How dare you? And yet, Sun and Saturn, specifically in Aquarius, together are saying you have a place in the world. Where you're at now, that is part of it. But the best thing you can do is not align with somebody else's shoulddiness in your life, but rather know who you are and keep peeling off any of the layers. Awareness card. Keep peeling off any of the layers that keep you from being your most authentic self, your most authentic vibration. I think this is also a really good lesson in discernment when it comes to the dumpster fire news of the world and what is going on. Just like, I'll subscribe to dumpster fire news. That actually would be kind of funny, right? Sometimes we have to laugh to get through some of these things. Anyway, use discernment and keep remembering one of our larger lessons at this time is to not engage in the fear-mongering so much, but seeing where we can lean even more so into our personal values. So just keep that in mind. Leaning into your values is not rose-colored glasses. It's cultivating what is valuable, what is important to you, and giving your attention to it. And as you give your attention to it, it strengthens and empowers that energy. So just keep that in mind in and through this. So this Venus-Neptune energy that we have today, I'm hearing one of the Disney princesses, a dream is a wish. I almost started singing it. A dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. No matter how your heart is, I always forget what this word is, breaking. If you keep on believing, the dream that you wish comes true. That is Venus and Neptune in Pisces, 100%. And yet, the moon in Sagittarius is like, I don't know about that. Coming in with a square. Like, wisdom says that you are not going to get all of your dreams that come. They're not all going to come true. And yet, I do believe our desires happen for a reason, even if our highest desire doesn't come true. They're all meant to help take us on our path. Can you keep following this path? Can you keep trusting in the unfolding of this energy, even if it's not looking like what you want it to in the unfolding? Trust that dream that you wish, that there's an essence to it that's meant to pull you farther. And rather than dive into the hole of disappointment and even fear of it not happening, where can you let that essence keep pulling you forward on this path? And that's where we can utilize the Pisces and the Sagittarius energy by like, okay, this is my aim, and it might veer off this way, and yet there can be even better things happening in that place. So there's that alignment. And then we have the sun and the moon coming into connection later, and it's like, oh yeah, we got to innovate a little bit, but this innovation, it's not bad. Actually, it's even better than we thought. So the astro is working with us, working for us. Oof. And then comes the shittiness. So in the evening, we have the moon shifting into Capricorn, which is going to add to the heaviness, I believe, of this Sun and Saturn conjunction. Now, one last thing about the Sun and Saturn conjunction coming in. Aquarius is the sign of the rebel, and that is part of the highest energy. It's not a rebel without a cause, it is a rebel for a cause. So recognizing where you need to rebel against the shittiness, to be able to stand in your place in the world is part of this energy. Now, let me read these cards. I don't want to read the entirety of them, although when I was looking at them, I was like, 100%, yes. So the first one, drop into your heart. And the first line, there's a place of light within no darkness can touch. It cannot be shamed. It cannot be made impure. It is never lost, darkened, or unavailable to us, though we may forget it sometimes. Whatever may arise, great joy, great sorrow, drop into your heart, offer it to the divine, gently bowing your forehead to your hands in prayer. Connect mind to heart. Let yourself have some peace. It wants you, you know. This oracle brings you an offering. The divine would like you to offer whatever is bringing your heart trouble or joy. The divine would like to receive this from you as a gift, that it may return to you some special blessing. Place your hands at your heart, and in genuine reflection, perhaps you may choose to offer your heart burden or light now. Either will be joyfully received by the divine, and you will be graced with a gift in return. So, whether you are feeling the rose-colored glasses or the dumpster fire or even somewhere in between, it's like, make this an offering. It is received, and there's something for you in this. And the other, the tension of opposites, fire and ice. You are learning to hold the tension of opposites, of those things that don't immediately seem to go together. The lightest light and the dumpster fire. This could be a children's book, right? Written by Saturn himself. You are holding the tension of opposites within your being without collapsing into confusion, judgment, or denial. There is passion and serenity, creation and destruction, new life and death emerging within you, within your relationships. Sometimes this is hard to handle. We want to make things simpler, to just let go of the conflict and complexity and choose one or the other. You are a grand enough soul to be able to withstand the rigors of depth, to go deep, to live fully, to let the divine have its way through you requires a willingness to stand at the center of the pairs of opposites and know that they are connected to each other and they exist in relationship to each other, to breathe and simply be. If you are consciously feeling conflict, internally or externally, then you are being initiated through fire and ice. Stay present, be patient, wait. There is nothing to fix here, just awareness to step into as divine creation continues to unfold through you. As you master this initiation, you will find a sweet nectar of bliss dripping within. I'm going to leave that right there. So, sending love to those of you feeling the dumpster fire, receiving love from those of you who are feeling the bliss of this Piscean connection, and holding some balance of presence in the middle. If you would like to book a reading, you can email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and honor your values. Namaste.